She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And he's got the hook up to Landry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Mayfield now. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Third and long for Mayfield. Flush to his right. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And Parkey not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Mon. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Second and 5 now. Mond. He'll buy some time right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Mayfield looks to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off the play fake, Mond.
Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Mond now off of play action.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now Landry. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple. From the 22, Mayfield looking for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now
under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Mond. They'll roll him out right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They go play action here. Mond. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. $13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing, Mayfield. Just keeping the play alive. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown, Browns. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Mond looks to throw on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. From the gun, here's Mond. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
On second and 10, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Woo, yeah! And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Harkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mond. And he'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. And some room to roam now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Flush to his right. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Cordray Tankersley with a pick.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Bond looks to throw.
Here's a diving catch right side.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Mond.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Mond going to throw it.
Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Mon to the air on first and 10. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On first down, here's Mon. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Another day, another
all
day.
the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz, 83 yards. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive, and he turns it into a big-time shot downfield and a monster play.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 14.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Mond completes this to Jefferson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Now back to throw.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Back to throw again. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down.
Mond.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and 4.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Browns' drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get